All right. Welcome back to Inside with Brett Hawk. I'm a swim nerd. We're all swim nerds today. We're talking about European Championships. Short course championships are going on. We're going to run through our best male and female performances. We got the swimsuit guy here. And of course, we got Brett. Guys, what's up?
Trick or treat, baby. What's happening? Still working on this candy.
You're rotting your teeth?
Look at this, mate. Still waiting for the kids to come around and get more candy. Come on, kids.
My daughter literally was like bouncing off the walls until like 11 o'clock at night.
Dude,
on Halloween.
Starburst all day long.
The pink ones.
Pink?
I wish they just had a bag full of pink ones.
Sonny, you do Halloween?
Of course we do Halloween.
Oh, you do?
Halloween's big over here. Yeah.
This one. What's that one?
Jesus, I want all of this.
Oh, man. I've just been chomping on it all day long. So if my face gets fatter during the broadcast, you know what's going on.
That's right.
We're back. Right. Swimming. Let's do it.
Swimming. We're going to talk about some swimming. There's a lot of swimming going on. We got European Championships again. I feel like we were just talking about European Championships like a couple months ago. This time it's the short course version. A lot of young kids. Sonny, did you get a chance to watch anything, or are you just browsing the times?
No, it's streamed on Eurovision over here, and it's free to watch. I watched the heats this morning. I watched the finals last night, and then I sort of was coaching and had the finals on my phone, just keeping an eye on what's going on, because we've got a few energy standard swimmers there, and they're swimming really well, and it's good. It's kind of cool. Like the World Cup in Kazan happened, and then everyone sort of stayed on, and it's like European champs in Kazan. And apparently that's a fast pool. I don't know if you've ever been there. I haven't, but it's 3 meters deep, and it's fast. It's what I've heard.
Yeah. I've been there for World Champs. I think
2015.
Took Bruno there in 2015. Yeah. Long course, but great venue, great place. Yeah, I love Kazan. Had a good time. Really surprised because I had an awful time in Moscow once. I was in Moscow, and that wasn't fun. But Kazan, really cool place.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice that they don't have to travel again. Some of them.
Yeah.
Most of them. The Europeans, anyways. All right. Well, let's get into it here. We talked last week about the European women, how they hadn't won a gold medal at the Olympics. So, while I'm watching Europeans and looking at the results, it's definitely in the back of my head. And of course, Sarah Sjöström is swimming unbelievable, doing an excellent job. Of course, she's like the pinnacle, the elite, the number one European swimmer in the world for sure. Doing it today in the 100 IM. What did she go?
57.9 the semi. 57.9.
Yeah. So we're just gonna run. I'm gonna do my favorite performance for the women's side, my favorite performance for the men's side. I'm gonna throw it over to you. So my first one is Anastasia Kirpichnikova, who's a 20-year-old Russian girl, kind of known more for her open water swimming. She actually trains for the French guy. He kind of reminds you of Hulk Hogan. Philippe Lucas. Philippe Lucas. So big time French open water coach. She got, let's see here, 7th in the mile at the Olympics, 8th in the 800, kind of ate it in finals both times, added 10 seconds to the mile. So I don't think it was her most impressive swim meet, but this one certainly has been. So in the 800 freestyle, she went out in her fastest 400, and she came back in almost her fastest 400. She went 2 best time in the 400 freestyle. She out in 400, back in 404 flat to go 804, demolish the field. Only 5 seconds off the world record, to be honest with you. So this is a big up and coming distance swimmer right here who's putting things together at a big meet and swimming fast when it matters. Something that she obviously didn't do so much at the Olympics, but she's figured it out at this swim meet. So it's going to be exciting to see her mile. I assume she's swimming the 400 at this meet too. So see if she can go sub 4 minutes.
Quicker than 4, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it was the 7th fastest swim ever in the women's 800 freestyle. I saw that statistic being thrown around. And for those that don't know Philippe Lucas, he works you hard. Like there's a British lad training there now called Hector Pardo. He tweets loads of crazy sets. But 4 days ago, he posted 400 flies of 5:15, 200 flies of 2:45, 100 flies of 1:30, 50s fly of 45 to finish their week of training off.
And then he posted a photo of his shoulder reconstruction.
Literally, now a weekend where I can't lift my arms above his head. That's what he then put.
Well, no doubt. No doubt.
Different to the sort of training me and Brett like, but hey, it's getting results apparently. If you want to work hard, you work hard and become European champion with an 804.
It's kind of like that theory that I always have. You throw enough shit against the wall, something's going to stick. So that's kind of how I feel about it.
If you don't follow that young British kid Hector, follow him on Twitter because he's covering everything he's done for like the last year. He was
really?
This is the same poor kid that got smashed in the eye, almost lost his eyeball in the open water in the 10K at the Olympics, I think. And he basically didn't really get to swim. I think he got smashed right at the beginning, and he took a picture of his eye. It wasn't looking too good, but he's got some great stuff out there. So make sure you follow him. Oh, here's a picture of Anastasia.
That's not him.
Nope, that's
definitely not him.
All right,
Anastasia.
my second keeping it going. How about you jump over to your favorite girl swim this morning, Sonny?
For me, it's Victoria Gooms. Absolutely phenomenal junior swimmer. You might remember her from going 2:19 long course breaststroke back at World Juniors in 2015. And there's a little bit up and down since then, but a lovely girl. She's part of the Energy Standard team. And, she started to really break through on match 3 of our ISL campaign. She went a 2:09, 200 IM, first Turkish girl under 2:10. Then in match 4, she went 2:08, so dropped another second, and we were like, wow, this is amazing. World Cup in Kazan, she goes 2:06, so just drops 2 more seconds, and then goes 4:30 to win the 400 IM. And actually, if you watch the race, which I did, it was a brilliant race. She's sitting right back at 200. Breaststroke comes through the field, and then 2 girls come right back at her on the freestyle, and she wins by 2 100ths, and there's a tied second 200ths back from her. So you had 3 girls separated by 200ths for the podium. It was a great race, great re-breakout swim from Victoria, and I'm really excited for the rest of her meet and how she does in ISL for us.
Nice.
Yeah, it's interesting how she. I remember when she went 2:19 in that breaststroke, and everyone was talking about this up and coming breaststroker, but now here she is swimming the individual medley and becoming the first Turkish woman to ever win European championships, I believe.
Yeah, that was probably the other thing I should have mentioned. But I don't know, she's crazy versatile. We've used her this season at ISL in 200 back, 200 fly, 200 IM, 400 IM, 4x100 freestyle relay. All of these things, she steps up and does them. So probably why she ends up being pretty good at a 400 IM. And we've not actually used her on a 200 breaststroke as of yet.
How old is she now?
23. She's still real young.
It feels like yesterday she went that 2:19.
Hey, Sonny, do we know, is there prize money being offered at this European Champs?
I did see an article. It was some sort of money. It's not world champs level, but I don't have it off the top of my head.
It's just interesting how, we're just cramming so many meets in these days for swimmers, aren't we? And I'm hoping there's some money on it. Gone are the days where it was just kind of happy to have your hotel and flight paid for and represent your country. It's important to be making money on these stages as well. But it just seems like you're just going back to back to back. I mean, a lot of these kids are going to be coming straight up to you in, what is it, in Eindhoven?
Eindhoven, yeah.
Wow.
And then straight to Worlds, it's all going on. There's 300,000 euros at this meet. The top male and top female will get 25 grand. So I guess that leaves 250 grand for podiums or whatnot. Let me see. I can't find. Yeah, there you go. Prize money pot has been increased from 220 to 300,000 euros. More money.
Yes.
Well, we love to see it. What about a relay? We just had a world record a couple hours ago. The Italian men. Actually, this is perfect. My pick of the meet so far is the young Lamberti, the Italian, whose dad is in the International Swimming Hall of Fame. He was multiple world record holder in the 100 free, 200 free short course, 200 free long course. He held the 200 freestyle long course for, I think, the longest time ever for a guy to hold the 200 free long course. And Grant Hackett broke it 10 years after he said it in 1989. I think Grant Hackett broke it in Perth in 1999.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So here's his dad right there.
Giorgio Lamberti. Oh,
back in the day.
Famous name. I remember him. He was good.
Yeah, he was excellent. That's why he's in the Hall of Fame.
He was good. Held the 200 free world record for 10 years. Yeah, he was all right, wasn't he? He done all right.
Giorgio Lamberti.
So anyways, his son is, I think, 20 years old. He can kind of do a little bit of everything, but he's gone from being mainly a butterflyer to now being a backstroker, and he is killing it. He just went 22.6 a couple of different times. I think he got second in the 50 back, just behind Kalishnikov, who just touched him out. He went 22.6. 22.6 again on that world record relay, leading off in the 50 back, followed by a 25.1 50 breaststroke, a 22.1 50 fly, and a 20.2 by the Z-Man on the end to do another one of the second or third fastest splits ever, 50 freestyle on the back right there. The Italians are killing it. We talked about them almost every single Olympic final. They always had somebody in the mix. What are the Italians doing as this little European country that's making them swim so fast?
They got great swimmers, mate. There's a lot of talent. They love swimming in Italy. It's a big sport, and great talent, great coaches. A lot of good coaches in Italy. It's always been one of those sports that's been revered. Like they really hold it up in great esteem. It's seems to have a great federation behind it. Italian swimmers don't leave Italy, mate. If they come from Italy, they stay in Italy. You can't get an Italian swimmer to swim in the NCAA. Very rarely.
Yeah.
Very rarely. But let's not overlook the Netherlands. The men here. Right? We've been talking about the Netherlands, the women, for years and years and years, how strong they are. And here we are. We had the men win the 4x1, 4x50 freestyle relay a couple of nights ago. Good for them. Big win for them. I think that should certainly be mentioned. Good buddy of mine, Jesse Poots, was on that one.
Yeah, he was on the show, but out when he was in ISL as well. He had a little feature here.
Yeah.
But no, they actually come third in the 4x50 medley relay. And the fun thing is that I was the same team as that. So there was one swap from Kenzo to Arno Kaminga on the breaststroke, but Stan Pienberg, who was part of that team last night on the 4x50, he's from the backstroke, and he's not a backstroke guy. He's not a backstroke guy, and they still got the bronze medal. Jesse's he's a good fly swimmer, but he's not a fly swimmer. He's a sprint freestyler, and so they had 3 sprint freestylers take 3 of the legs, and Tom de Boer split a 20.32 anchor to get the bronze medal. So they had 4 guys in the top 10 in the 53 heats. Again, obviously only 2 can get through, which was Tom and Jesse, who were 20.9 and 21.00. It's a PB for Jesse. He's so close. He wants that 20 point bad. He's been 21.06 at the World Cup. He was 21.1 leading off the relay. He's now 21.00, and I know he wants that 20 point bad.
Yeah. Well, it's coming, mate. He's in the semi. I saw the semi results there. Looks like he made it through. He was swimming in Morozov's first semi-final. Morozov won the semi. Tom de Boer got second, and Jesse got got third.
Second.
So, tied for second. Yeah, 21.00. There we go. Yeah, tied for second there, and then Zabo from Hungary moved through fastest in heat 2, semi 2. So
he's swimming great.
Yep, another Polish guy.
100 fly.
100 fly. Yeah, Tomo Havas went a Norwegian record yesterday, 49.1, then pulled out the final ill.
Hill, what happened?
Not feeling good.
I just read that he was not feeling good, but like, yeah, he was 49-1 in the semi last night, and then he's out. 49-6 won the final from Jabo.
Wow.
Oh wow, got the COVID, eh?
Yeah. We'll have to call David Marsh, ask him how his stud is doing.
Yeah.
Sonny, who's wandering around in the front of your camera there?
The front of my camera.
I look like someone's walking around.
No, but your camera's not good today, Sonny.
I haven't got a cable to actually use my camera. So I normally use my camera, which is here. It looks good, but I haven't got a cable. I need to get a cable. I know it's poor.
At least you sound nice.
Yeah,
still,
Mike's doing.
Needs a haircut though. Definitely needs a haircut.
I'm getting a haircut before I fly to Eindhoven on Monday.
Oh, thank God. A lot of people in the comments making some serious comments about your hair.
Yeah, I've seen.
What else we got here? What else is
Sonny? Who are your guys?
Yeah, so again, wanted to call out a few of the energy guys, but Marco D'Italia, he's swum on our team in Naples, and like wasn't really clicking for him there. I think his best 400 was like 344 or 345, and he was first seed into the final, and he come third with a 338, which is a massive PB. His first senior international medal. He was proper stoked with it. It was a brilliant swim, great back end. So yeah, it was really nice for him to see him make a big move in the right direction. But then Ilya Shimanovic in the semi-final of the 100 breast, 55.4, third fastest swim ever behind his own world record and Adam Peaty's ex-world record. Yeah. And final tomorrow. Out in 25.8 for breaststroke.
How'd the Turkish dude do?
Emre Sachi is just not there at the moment. Like he might be in the final. I think Brett's got the results there, but he's just since that ISL season, he's just not been there.
Well, he didn't. I don't think he showed up at the Olympics very well either.
No, he's pulled out the rest of the ISL. He's not going to swim for Iron in Eindhoven. He's done. He's done two matches and he's done.
Oh, he's done.
Yeah. He's not.
Well, he seems to be doing pretty good at this meat, though. I mean,
not compared to what he was doing at ISL. Like ISL last year, he was winning everything.
Yeah.
He was beating Adam Peaty. He was beating Ilya Shimanovic. Like
he was going 55s.
Yeah, regularly.
He did
He's still young.
I think he went 21 low, made it back in the 50 free. So
21.3, yeah.
Not too shabby right there, but maybe that breaststroke's just not clicking. I mean, he's a big, strong dude.
Very big.
I mean, I was really excited watching him last year in the ISL. I was like, man, this is the next guy that could really, be up there with a PD in the 57 range. And it just didn't. I don't know what happened, but hadn't followed through.
It's funny because his stroke isn't as immaculate as the other guys. Like he starts his pull a little early. He gets into like a little bit of a star shape. Like it's not the most immaculate, but his pull out is probably better than Ilya's. Like it's as good as they come. And he's 6'8" of just power.
I think he's 6'8",
but like, he's just not there. Not there.
Hey, but what other swimming shows talking about all these Turkish swimmers, huh?
There's other swimming shows?
No. Good one.
No, there was one.
I made a little video for you, Brett. Did you see it?
Uh-oh. Let's have a look. What is it?
With Ledecky and Titmus.
Oh, yeah. All right.
You don't want to watch it?
Show me.
No, I don't. Not if you don't want to.
Show me.
Maybe the philosophy is this. Hard times create strong people. Strong people create good times. Good times create weak people. Weak people create hard times. Where is Arnie situated now? Where is Molly situated now? Arnie maybe is now in the good times, and I've got to make sure she's aware. So Arnie, if you're listening, you've got to be aware that you're heading into the good times, which creates weak people. You have got to be understanding of your situation.
Yeah, it just so happened on the same day, pretty much, they both put out an Instagram post. One of them was talking about Paris, and the other one was talking about the horse races. So it was interesting to kind of see where they're at on that particular day. Then listen, that doesn't mean anything. Titmus is obviously a champion, proven champion. Ledecky's a proven champion, but Dean had his fears back then when we did that podcast. And I have spoken to Dean, by the way, and he said that's the only podcast he's done. He's had many requests to do another podcast, and he's refused everybody. Felt like ours was just too good. Didn't want to try and top that one. But he had some fears back then of when Ariane was on a break of like, okay, well, how's she going to come back? How's it going to be now that she is the Olympic champion? And it's just interesting to see what they put out on the same day.
Yeah, I thought it was really neat, right? It was the juxtaposition of both is what it is. Whether it matters or not, who knows? We're going to find out, but it is good to see Katie Ledecky, going off the blocks with the boys down there at UF and knocking out a 4:30, 500 freestyle, like it ain't no thing.
She was moving, man.
She's getting back after it. So,
and I love her little tagline. It was basically like, something about on the road to Paris or something, like she's thinking 3 years ahead of herself, like she's not thinking I'm back. She's thinking Olympics, bam, straight off the bat, so she's got some feelings about. She felt like she may have left some stuff behind. She wants to get it back. So, man, if we thought we had a great showdown before, it's going to be another couple of great years ahead of us with those two going head to head again.
That's right. I hope so.
And then, Summer McIntosh, I guess. So Maserati.
She's fast this year as well.
Yep. She's quick, mate. She's coming. I mean, they're all there. Look, it's going to be. There's some good, fast, young talent, and then Katie's the one that's been there for a while, and she's as hungry as ever. So, mate, we've got some racing ahead of us. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And there's another 14-year-old girl or a 15-year-old girl that no one even knows about right now that's sitting at home about to go to swim practice, and she's going to be there in Paris. So we'll see.
There will be another. There'll be at least another one. It's not going to be a 3-horse race. There always is another one.
Yeah.
They come so quickly. Like, no one knew who David Popovich was a year ago. He's now 144. Like, all these guys, they come fast.
Yeah, he's the fastest 350 meter swimmer in the world. And didn't he miscount yesterday? Popovich, come on, mate. Where are you?
He stopped for a while and then didn't make the final.
Yeah, I think he stopped for like two or 3 seconds before he realized he had another 50 left. I mean, who's counting for that guy?
There's no counting in the 400. He's counting himself.
We clearly need counters in the 400. It's short course, man. It's not long course.
He's missed too much school with all these mates.
He came back on social media, made an appearance. He went off there for a while, but I think he made an appearance to kind of make fun of himself or something. But good for him.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
You figure it out. But what else we got here? Lilly King.
Lilly King was on the podcast on Monday. I brought a little clip here. This is like one of my favorite clips talking about how her world record swim when she went 104.1 in the 100 breaststroke, and the goal of trying to try to beat that
world record, the 104.1. Other than the finish, it's the perfect race. I've watched it 1,000 times. It's the perfect race. I've never felt better. I don't know what happened during the race. Like, I totally blacked out, but like, I know I've never felt better than I did that week in Budapest, which sucks because I was 20. Like, like how much of my career do I have to go? But yeah, it's one where it's like, I kind of have to chase the impossible, which was that race, which is kind of fun when you think about it. Like, I have to chase perfection in order, to get that world record again. I mean, I still have it, but like, to make it faster. So, it's kind of a fun game. It also kind of stinks most of the time, but yeah, it's one where I do think I have something left, and I train better than I used to. I'm stronger than I used to be. So there are things I have improved on, and there are still other things I can also improve upon to eventually maybe get to 103.
I love this interview with her, mainly just because of who Lilly King is, right? Like she can't like help herself. She is just an honest person, right? And whatever comes to her brain, she wants to speak it. Which it wasn't in that clip, but there is a clip that we just put out yesterday, all about this double standard of how basically being a very confident, outspoken woman, she said if she was a guy, everyone in the world would love her because this alpha male type of a role. But she said being a girl and being confident and outspoken, she got a lot of negative feedback and was kind of told by people like, yo, keep your mouth shut. And I thought that was just for her to even come out and say that, I thought was really, it's good. It's good for her. It's good for the sport. It's good for everyone to really know like how these people feel. And when you talk to them about how the media portrays them, it's always interesting, right? It's almost never exactly the truth.
I thought it was a good interview, man. I really did. I felt like I saw more of her there than I've seen her in a number of years. A couple of people in the comments section too said it was really good. You know, one of the things that disappoints me, Sonny, I don't know if you get this, but I have this really good interview with an Olympic champion, world record holder, who's everybody's interested in. She does a great job. You know, I want to put it out there and promote it, and I asked her to do the same thing, and she just didn't on social media much, you know, like just kind of didn't really promote it. And I'm like, get people to listen. This is such a great interview. You would think you'd want people to listen. And the swimming, and this isn't just a Lilly King thing. I find this a lot. It's very difficult to get them to promote their own stuff. Are you finding that too, Sonny?
It's a funny one because you want them to want to promote it because it's like a two-way thing. We promote them, they promote us, and then swimming just elevates, right? More people are interested. The more of your viewers that learn about Lilly, the more of Lilly's followers learn about what you're doing with other guys.
Right.
It all brings the sport up, brings more attention, makes better swimmers, makes more keen swimmers, makes more involved parties. And I think there's just like there's such a range of people's approaches of social media. Like some people are very meticulous and particular. They don't want to put certain things on their social media. They want it to be polished. Some people like Chad and Flo, if I tag them on the Energy Standard account in any of my vlogs or any reels I make, they reshare it. I don't even know if they look at it. They just reshare it. It's like, yeah, Energy Standard, that's my team. They've tagged me. It's worth me resharing to tag me in it. It's almost like a trust thing. And some people like, they just won't reshare it for whatever reason. And I don't know. I think we just need they need to just be more open to it. Like it's not about helping someone out as much as it's about promoting the sport. The more people that see your content, my content, other people's content, like it just raises the profile. You know, like how can if Jose Mourinho interviews Cristiano Ronaldo, that's like an all-time great interview that's going to get 1 million views. And yet an Olympic finalist who's coached the two fastest men ever interviews the fastest women's 100 breaststroker, and like we're happy with like 2,000, 3,000 views. Like I'm not saying it's bad, but it should be much better. Like again, I upload 25 minutes of behind the scenes of the one of the best swimming teams ever, and it gets like 500 views in like 10 hours. And it's like you're seeing personality, you're seeing what they're doing before they race. It's just like if you had the same thing for Manchester United, or I don't know I don't even know off the top of my head, like a baseball team, but you're getting a lot more views. You're getting
Atlanta Braves, mate. Atlanta Braves. They just won the World Series last night.
There you go. Like I don't know, and we need to swim to a point where everyone's watching this. You know.
Yeah, we've got to get behind each other. That's the thing. It's like lift each other up. You see good content, promote it. You know, even if it's not yours, just put it out. If you see a great interview, if you see someone say something super interesting, just get it out. You know, like let's boost our sport. Like too long have we just sat down here and we're afraid to kind of promote ourselves. Like we're in a competitive market now where I've said this a million times. I watch a lot of MMA. I mean, the stuff coming out of MMA, the content they're putting out, the way that the fighters are promoting themselves now, it's really just elevated that sport to a whole nother level. And I just think we need to do a better job. I mean, that interview with Lilly King was incredible. She said some incredible stuff, not from my point of view, from her point of view. Like, I want everyone to watch her speak. You know, like there should be 100,000 young girls listening to Lilly King speak. You know, like it's just that important. There's enough young swimmers out there, and all the young women who want to be promoted on social media and complain about it. Like this, here's a way to, you know, put it out there. You know, just get it out. It's just too good. So let's hopefully we can continue to do a better job of that. So
Yeah.
It also doesn't help when you know, did USA Swimming really back the ISL, the whole idea of the ISL? Are they promoting the ISL? I mean, so much of it goes back to the governing bodies, you know, like USA Swimming and FINA, and are they all really doing the very best they can in terms of marketing the athletes? And I've always felt like, no, they haven't. That being said, I did just give FINA some props, you know, last week and on Twitter, like getting to see the full race videos on social media is good.
It's big. Yeah, that's big. I mean, FINA's doing some stuff behind the scenes now. I've seen him doing some fun stuff.
I was going to say that interview with Tom and Chad was hilarious. Like, I wish I had an idea. Like, they're good mates, and we talked about, I think, last week, and Chad just making a bit of a fool of himself with the spelling, but that was hilarious. I really enjoyed that, and there needs to be more from FINA. I think they've done like 1 or 2 bits and they've slowed it right down. But
I missed it.
Oh, so funny. Great stuff. FINA's putting out some good stuff. And I think it's because of us, Sonny. You know, you, me, us, we're putting stuff out, and they're catching on to like, oh, there's real content out there that we can, you know, promote our own sport here. So, like, look, more people are doing it. I think they're catching on. I wish the swimmers would catch on and promote themselves more, like do more stuff. There was even an incident the other day where Kyle Chalmers came on our program, and then 5 minutes later came on another program and said exactly the same thing, and we both promoted at the same time. I wasn't upset about that. You know, it's just like, hey, Kyle, tell your message to 10 different organizations and get it out 10 different ways. I'm okay with that. You know, like it's not competition in that sense. It's just us promoting swimming, and I'm all right with that. So, hey, the more they can do that, the better. Push it out, push your stories out. But look, that Lilly King one, if you haven't seen it, get on it. We got a great one coming tomorrow. Bobby Gontoro. Good one.
One of my good friends from a long time ago. If you don't know Bobby, he's probably the only Indonesian head coach in swimming in NCAA. He swam at the University of Wilmington. He came from Indonesia, and interestingly enough, he like was taught by some surfer guys how to swim. Like when he was a little kid, he was so poor he didn't have any money to go to the pool, and he was always looking over the fence trying to sneak in, try to get into the pool. And these surfer guys from Australia did a bunch of free swim lessons and taught Bobby how to swim. And then I think he got a little bit of a scholarship or something to get onto like a little swim team. And he refined his skills, and he got fast enough to come over to America and got a swimming scholarship and an education. And, you know, he got to be coached by some of the great, you know, Coach Dave Allen down there at Wilmington, who is just an unbelievable person, won 30 conference titles in a row or however many it was. Then he got to go and he got to learn from Todd DeSorbo and Braden Holloway and Gary Taylor and Mark Bernardino over at NC State. And now he's back as the head coach of the University of North Carolina, Wilmington. And he moved there because I guess like he really wanted to be back at the beach. He wanted the lifestyle that he just couldn't be away from the beach. He needed that sort of a lifestyle, but I haven't listened to it yet, but he's one of my good buddies, and he's got a great story that I think everyone should hear. And I'm looking forward to listening to it.
Yeah, great story. Bobby Gontoro coming out tomorrow. Check it out. Definitely get on it. Inspirational, good guy. A lot of informational too. We talk about sprinting and coaching, and there's some good stuff in there. So definitely get on that. We're just trying to push content out. We're trying to, again, shine a light on as many people in our swimming community as we can. Bobby's a good guy doing good things. So check it out. Sonny, what's coming up for you?
Well, I was going to say quickly on Bobby, he's a great sharer of content on Instagram as well, and
He's one of the
Facebook and
best.
Twitter. Like I followed him for like 4 years when I first started coaching. I messaged him once. He got back to me. He gave me some ideas. He sent me some drills that he does, and like a lot of my sprint freestyle drills come from Bobby or NC State in his era, and he's great at sharing. Like he's a very open book. If you're a young, old, anything coach, he'll reply to you and he'll have a chat with you about swimming, sprinting.
Well, I mean, this is we just talked about this for like 5 minutes, right?
No, that's why I wanted to just reiterate.
Nobody did it better than NC State over the last 5 years on social media. That's one of the reasons why they're probably the best recruiters too, right? They put everything out there. Every single coach puts stuff out.
There he is.
And
on
Bobby. Top, they sit down and they make sure that their SIDs and the people that are pushing out content understand how important this thing is too. So it certainly is. It's a part of it's the way we live. It's the world we live in today. You got to get your name, got to get your face out there. So NC State did a heck of a job, and they continue to do a heck of a job pushing content. And Bobby was probably the best out of all of them.
All right, now Bobby's leading the charge. UNC Wilmington's coming on tomorrow. Great show. Thanks for watching this one, Bobby. Thanks for everyone else. We're at the 37-minute mark.
Last minute.
Sonny, what do you got coming up? Where are you going? You going to Eindhoven?
Eindhoven on Monday. So, I think we have our first match Thursday, Friday next week against Cali. Energy versus Cali at last this season. It's happening. It's going to be good. Our swimmers are looking good at Europeans. I'm excited.
Is Dressel going to show up with a full leg tattoo?
God knows about Dressel. God knows. They need him to beat us, I'll tell you that. We're looking sharp. We're looking sharp. Chicanova, silver in the 100 breast today, 104.2. She's going to go off in that 200, I tell you. She's going to go off on that 200.
Okay.
We're looking forward to it.
So, that's me next. And hopefully I'll be able to get on the show from Eindhoven next Wednesday. Maybe bring a guest. No promises, though. No promises. We'll see what time we're training and stuff. But
we're going to hold to it.
Definitely promises, mate. We'll bring candy.
Last thing, real quick.
A treat.
Christmas stocking stuffers. We got a couple. We're working with a couple of our favorite swimming companies again this year. Aquavolo, who makes drag socks. Go to aquavolo.com and type in Brett at checkout to receive a discount on your drag socks. If you haven't worn them yet, get ready, because they, as Braden Holloway said, they suck in a good way.
Yep. Get your drag socks. Christmas. Stuff them up.
All right. We'll see you next week.
I'll see Dad first on Sunday.